Good evening from Washington, or should I say morning. It's the wee hours of the morning on November 7th, and President Barack Obama has just been elected to his second term. I'm here right outside the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, with a crowd of thousands, mostly college age, enthusiastic about the president's re-election. The president won handily despite the polls being somewhat tight towards the end, but he carried the Electoral College, and at this moment, it appears he'll get over the top with 300 votes.
I actually went up to Pennsylvania to vote in the morning. Pennsylvania, as you all know, is kind of a swing state, and I wanted to make sure my vote got counted with the absentee ballot mess after Hurricane Sandy. So I went up, voted, came back down, took my classes, sat in and bundled it, and watched the TV until I knew the real news.
I went from really skeptical because I didn't really want to get my hopes up and then have them be crushed, to a moment of disbelief where I said, no, it doesn't say 270, that doesn't mean anything, to being like it's physically impossible for the math to work out any other way, to pure relief, and then to pure joy, and then to screaming, and then to exhaustion, and then back to joy, and then a sort of calm, and then another high, so a lot of emotions.
What was your reaction when you found out that Obama won?
Well, it was sort of slow because we were watching the news from Maryland, and so they were kind of blocking the coverage. So we found out through Facebook in the common room. All the people in my common room had left, and so I had to go knock on all their doors and get them back out into the common room, and everyone was just screaming and crying, and we all ran together down. So,
man, it feels great because I honestly thought it was going to be a tough time for him to win it this time. Seemed like he had it in the bag the first time going against McCain, but this time with Romney, it just wouldn't go away. I traveled to Cleveland, Ohio last week, canvassed with people at my school, and we're getting a lot of people to turn out at the polls, especially early voting in Ohio. So to see him actually win Ohio, it took a big stress off my heart. And then once he got Ohio, it was over. So he had 272, had it in the bag. So it feels great as a black man to see that. So.
I couldn't be happier that we're continuing on with 4 more years of Obama. It is what it is, and I hope the best for the next 4 years of Obama. I wouldn't wish him worse, and I wish him the best. We'll see where we go from here. You know.
I think this does wonders for him, not only to be the first African-American man elected president, but to do so with 2 terms. And I think I read some sort of statistic that no president has ever been reelected with the unemployment rate this low, which I don't know if that was true or not, but I think it's unbelievable. It really, I think, speaks to the idea that his message was heard loud and clearly, and that as Americans, we are much more hopeful and optimistic than the news media tried to portray us as.
Keep going. His campaign was forward. Why stop in 08? It feels good for him to get his second term, and it's a blessing for him to be reelected again this year. So
I'm really pumped for the election tonight, and I'm excited that so many young people are out tonight.
There are no signs that the crowd will be letting up anytime soon. This is James Connors, ATV News.